How you guys doing today?
Hopefully they're in a good mood.
Let's hope.
All
but,
right.
but yeah, so today's topic going to be covering abandoned places, actually. So we're going to switch up the format a little bit today. So we have a little bit of surprises in store for you, which is pretty cool in my opinion. So we'll see how it does. And since you guys are at the starting stone of this program, pretty much, you can give us some insight on if it's working or not.
Yes, that'd be cool.
Yeah. So let's see. Let me just get one more thing set up. And then we're going to start.
Woo.
Perfect.
Sorry.
Hey, Death Mask. Thanks for stopping in.
Hello.
Are you streaming us today? Are you on your channel hosting us right now? Yes, he is. That's awesome. Yeah, Summer, I didn't tell you about this, but Death Mask is really awesome. I'm actually going to do a little quick shout out to him because he's one of my favorite
Yay.
people. He pretty much watches stuff and just you chill out on his channel. You can chat with him as he watches stuff. So he has this one called I don't know what the show's called, but it's pretty much these guys get stoned and watch Ancient Aliens, and they barely watch the show, but it's going on in the background. It just becomes this weird meta psychedelic type show. Yeah.
Yes.
So we'll just watch stuff on his channel, music and shows, and just chat with him, me and Zi-Fi.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
actually.
really fun. With action
That sounds
Brandon.
like pretty much my life, just things in the background while I'm talking.
Right? That's why I like the channel so much. But yeah, so
Right?
let's start with Naraland. Nara Dreamland, actually.
I've been waiting for this because I recognize this, and I am here for it, so.
Okay. So this one I saw on I think it was BuzzFeed years ago, and I just thought it was the coolest place.
It is.
So it's pretty
Look
much
at it.
It is, right? It's amazing. And so it's pretty much this abandoned amusement park in Japan. Now, I do want to talk more about it, but there's a little bit of information. And so I have a new friend I've brought along to help fill us in on some of the details. So will you introduce our new friend, Smart Kitty? Hi, Smart Kitty.
I heard a wheezing laugh.
Yeah.
And I'm deceived, so sorry.
Aw. This one comes with the background. We'll fix that for next week.
Yeah, it's our first thing. Give us time. It'll be better.
But yeah, so say hello to Smart Kitty.
Aww.
She's our smarty pants, and she's going to tell you all the information because we're really bad at words, and we figured this cat might do better than us. So, with no further ado, let's learn more about Nara Dreamland. Hi guys, I'm Smart Kitty. Nara Dreamland was meant to be the Japanese Disney theme park. After a Japanese businessman visited the Anaheim's Disneyland location, he began talks with Walt Disney to bring the park to Nara. And so the park was created with a layout that was almost identical to the one in Anaheim. However, due to character licensing disputes, the deal fell through with the park already created. The project was quickly rebranded as Nara Dreamland and opened in 1961 with its own mascots and trademarks. It became a well-loved location up until Disney officially created their own park in Japan. Dreamland then closed its doors in 2006 and has sadly since been demolished.
Aww.
Thank you, Smart Kitty.
Why would you do that?
I know, right? So sad.
I want it so much. Look at how cute it is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it's a pretty interesting place. A lot of people actually go explore it. And that brings me up to
Of
another
course.
interesting thing is in Japan, the abandoned buildings are actually called haikyo. So they call them haikyois if you go exploring abandoned
Oh
buildings.
wow.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, and
Oh, I love it so much. Look at that.
yeah, but there's some really great pictures online of people exploring it. Um,
I love all the pictures and the videos. That's my thing.
right?
Look at that.
Oh
That
my
would scare
goodness.
the shit out of me, but okay, cool.
Right? That's the thing is like a lot of these abandoned places are so they're not regulated, right? So they're so decrepit and
Yeah.
everything's about to break. So all these people walking on these roller coasters, as awesome as it is really a death
That's what
speaking.
I was gonna say that like we should like say up front, please don't go and do this shit. All right? Because it's
Yes.
probably not the safest thing to do, even though I'm so tempted to do it.
Yeah.
I really, really am.
But yeah, like Smart Kitty said, this place has actually since been demolished, only like 2017, I think. And it's really sad because the history about this, they closed down 2006 and it just stood there, super dangerous and all that. And they had trouble. The city eventually regained ownership because of tax issues with the owner, but they couldn't resell it because it had so much regulation on it. It could only be used for like things like medical facilities, uh, like social welfare facilities, schools, and sports grounds, and and so nobody really wanted to do that. And then even if they repurposed it as a theme park, the regulations limit the height of buildings to 10 meters. Which,
What
yeah, what's this going to even do with that, right?
what the heck? Oh my gosh.
So yeah, eventually a company did buy it, but they
Did
just demolished
did
it.
nothing. Exactly. That's it. They did nothing. All right.
They did
Cool.
nothing with
At
it.
least it stopped the explorer people. That's a common thing I see with these stories that they people come in, they try like make sure nobody else just comes exploring this place because you have no idea what's in there.
Right. And I think you saw the two characters in one of these pictures. They're going to come back up in a few minutes. But pretty much when the park was opened, since they couldn't get any of the Disney characters, they made two of their own and they made that part of the park. And so you'll
Oh,
see
that's
these
great.
characters occasionally. Like while I was researching them, I actually saw there was like a Minecraft skin for the woman character, which I was surprised. I never would have recognized her. So if you play Minecraft and
Wow.
you see that skin, if you see these characters, now
That's
you know who they
amazing.
are. Or get that skin yourself, right? Hey,
Wow.
Sam. Thanks for joining us today.
I
See, Sam's done a lot of
honestly,
Minecraft, so she should keep an eye out for the skin.
yes.
Oh yeah, and I love that
We
swing.
should do like a whole like video about just amusement parks. There seems to be a lot of those that are
Oh my
abandoned for some
goodness.
reason.
There's like amusement park death ones, and those like scare me. Every time I read one, I'm like, never again. I'm never going on a roller coaster. And
I
then I do.
hate roller coasters. I'm so scared of heights that I'm just like, no, sorry. It's not happening. I will scream, and then everybody looks at me, even the children. And by the way, there's children on the ride, smaller than me, looking at me like I'm a fucking mess. Okay?
Yeah.
Like 8-year-olds, like, what the fuck's wrong with this woman? Why is she screaming? It's awful.
Right. No,
Just no thanks.
Sam, I was just saying this park was originally supposed to be a Disney park, but it didn't end up happening, and so they made their own two characters right here. They're on the screen right now. And so that's their own characters for this theme park instead of Disney princesses. And so you'll occasionally see them in references, not very often. But like I saw, there's even a Minecraft skin for the girl character. And I was surprised because I never would have recognized who that was if it wasn't for researching this.
It's truly amazing.
Also, those teacups are so cute. I want to go on that ride.
I love them. I love them so
They're
much. I
so
do.
cute. And
It's such a cute park. I'm sorry. Oh.
the thing that's so weird about this too is so like they closed the park and they left everything there. Like, I understand buildings cost money to take down, but they left
That happens a
all the
lot
arcade
in
machines.
Japan and other places. Like, I don't know about here. We tend to tear that shit down immediately, and are just like, we're gonna make whatever else. But for some reason, there's other places that leave that for quite a while, and tons of people go exploring it.
See, but I've heard about people going to these abandoned places and pulling the piping and selling them. But like this place had all these arcade machines just abandoned and like little small
Yeah,
electronic things they could actually just lift and take. And I'm like,
yeah.
are these still here? Like, grab them and go, people.
Maybe
Free
I don't
arcade
know. Maybe
machine.
it's more respectful over there. Like I don't know.
That
I
could
have
be
no
true.
idea. Yeah. I personally, if I went to these places, I'd be respectful because I love this stuff so much.
But yeah, so this place is now gone. So everyone, say goodbye to Nora Dreamland.
Bye.
Bye.
Aw.
Kaboom! And it's
So
gone.
sad.
Final Destination
So
was filmed
sad.
there? I didn't know that.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah, they tore it down only like 2 years ago to
Wow.
get rid of the
I wish
bodies.
I'd known.
You missed it
course.
actually last week, Death Mask. We talked about what was it? White ladies, and there was one story about in Japan where these kids went into a house and they started dying off after that, like in Final Destination style. And it was pretty crazy.
Which is my biggest fear. I hate Final Destination and made me scared of everything. So
That
there you
movie
go.
was tough.
It didn't help with me.
You know what? I'm actually curious about this now. Audience, feel free to answer too. If you were in a Final Destination scenario, would you just take yourself out? Because some of those deaths,
Yes.
man.
I'm telling you that every time I get behind a truck that has a bunch of logs on it, I just die inside.
I switch lanes.
Like,
I
literally
like
get panic
avoid.
attacks. Like, sorry.
Seriously, I can't be behind them. I just big trucks in general. I like to kind of
Really?
avoid.
They're awful. I'm sorry.
Yeah, terrifying.
All right.
Okay.
So I guess we're gonna go into like this.
The
this one.
Americana. Yes.
I guess my parents always called it Americana. Now it's probably Americana, but I don't know. I have no idea. So it's a bit more tame compared to these other ones, but it's more of a nostalgia trip for me, really. That's why we're here, I guess. And one of my earliest memories, and the only memory I have of this entire place, is riding the Whip, which is just like a little car ride that goes like really faster on a track. Like it's a little mini roller coaster that just goes around. There's no loops or hills or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I found we were doing abandoned places. This is like the first thing that came to my mind. When I first moved back after I moved around a lot, I was like, we have to go here, and I found out it was closed down in 1999.
Oh.
So yeah, it's very sad, guys. Just saying, I'm sad. And then while digging into it, I found out that there are a lot of people with like very fond memories of this place, and it's been referenced so many times in different things, and I had no idea that it was such a big part of everything. So that kind of like made me pretty happy, I guess. And there's no tragic backstory to why it closed or anything. I mean, there is a reason it closed, but it's not like, oh no, people died on the rides or anything. It just closed down. So there's a few tidbits I'd like to talk about, but before we do that, like there's pictures showing, and while I'm talking, that'll be going on. So let's just get into this, I guess.
Do you need Smart Kitty?
Yes, Smart Kitty needs to.
Okay. For anyone new
Appear,
here, we brought a new kitty on board who's going to be covering all those hard words for us guys, okay? Because we all know words are hard. So, hello, Smart Kitty. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Americana first opened in 1922 under the name Lee Swordsville Lake in Middletown, Ohio, and was just a family picnic area with a campground. Entry was just 10 cents, nothing special. It remained that way until 1940 when it became Lee Swordsville Lake Amusement Park. It began attracting people like Fats Domino, Glenn Miller, and the Dorsey brothers. All while the park was going through a revamp, adding rides, attractions, and even an arcade. Yay, meow. Thanks, Smart Kitty.
That's adorable. It's great. All right, I'm warming up to this. This is cute. All right. So it had a very carnival atmosphere, which is, I guess, what drew people to it, honestly. Like, look at it. It's a carnival, but it stays in one place. It doesn't travel, and it doesn't leave. It's just there forever. So their biggest ride was Screeching Eagle, which is a roller coaster. I never rode it because, come on.
You're a
Look
pussy.
at me. I'm not getting on that. I'm not getting on that. No thanks. You couldn't have paid me anything to go on that thing. They had pretty much any carnival attraction that you could possibly imagine. And there was a lake, guys. Look at that. There's a lake. There's a lake. You could go swim in it. It wasn't like off limits or anything. It was there. So that's like a huge reason I adored it. I think that's what made it a big attraction for everybody. But in 1977, 5 years after Kings Island opened nearby, they changed the name. It started as the Swordsville. They changed it to Americana, or Americana, or whatever you call it, amusement park. And that's how I knew it, really, growing up. They even had it like. I need Smart Kitty.
You need Smart Kitty? Smart Kitty! Hi, guys!
We need a summon.
Okay, so where were we? Okay, they had a circus there where a man named Gary Bortzelman was an acrobat. He eventually went on to become the amazing Sladek. And he even appeared on America's Got Talent, so you gotta check that out, because that's really cute.
I'm dying. All right.
That's ridiculous.
I love it. All right. Okay, so there was also a sky ride, like one of those. It's like a line that just a little like a ski lift kind of that just took you from one end of the park to the other. And also, I never got on that. So, but in 1990, there was an electrical fire at the park, that caused over $5 million in damage, and they just like never recovered from it. So in 1999, they closed for good, and I wasn't even around. I was gone. I moved. I had no idea.
Oh,
so sad.
That's the saddest thing, when the things you go to growing up like disappear. I don't know if anyone has had that happen to them. I know Zi-Fi
It's awful.
Like he went to, I think it was him, right? He used to went to there was a Flintstones amusement park. They used to go on road trips.
Oh my God, yeah, and it's like, I don't know what it was, but it's gone. They had like the figures just in the woods. What is that? That's
Do they
so
still
weird.
have that around actually? Because I'd love to detour for that.
Me too. If there's figures in the woods, I need to go. I'm just saying. I need to. All right.
Apparently, Death Mask claims it was him who told me, which is not true.
I have no idea where I heard it, but I remember being like, God, that's amazing.
And also, I see
I've
all you
entered
guys
and
saying
stuff.
you're liking our Facebook and going on our Discord. I just want to say thank you real quick. We are seeing these messages.
Yeah, I can't really reply to anything right now, but thank you guys so much. It's
And
awesome.
Death Mask, I'm not calling you a fibba. I'm calling you hi. You just forgot. It wasn't you, man.
I feel that. I feel that.
When you told me, I wasn't even there.
Hey, hi, hey, Sam. Hey, Sam.
And McGinn came in too. You know, we're going to call Smart Kitty back in a second, but in the meantime, let's do a little shout out for McGinn as well. because he
Yeah.
is an awesome streamer. He's actually out in New York. He's also a radio DJ, and he's an amazing Friday the 13th streamer. And he streams in like the mornings and the evenings a lot of time. So, and you'll often catch me on my other account, Rainbow Paint, chatting with him on there. Speaking of which, I should shout myself out.
We're not sisters.
I just looked it up. There was
Just-
actually
just-
two
just-
Flintstone
just awesome
cities that were
friends.
closed down.
Oh, come to. Did you guys hear that? Zi-Fi's over here. He's saying there was actually 2 Flintstone parks that got closed down.
One in South Dakota and one in Arizona.
Oh, so he might have actually went to that
Well, I
one.
went to South Dakota. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Okay, so let's bring that smart kitty back. Welcome our new member. Hi, guys.
Hi.
So more information. In 2002, they opened again under new management with pretty much the same name, actually, Lord Swordsville Lake. But it failed to turn a profit and closed again after just a year. What a waste of money. The rides are demolished or sold. However, there may be hope, at least for the area. As of last year, plans are in motion to turn the park back into what it began as. There will be a picnic area, swimming, camping, hiking, and hopefully a scratching post. Scratch, scratch. And they will be taking existing structures into account, repurposing them instead of demolishing them, including the original archway. A much happier tale than the Nora Dreamland, right?
Yeah, I must say. All right. I'm hearing a lot of things about the smart kitty in the chat. But like, guys, we're really trying. All right. Some of these things. What? Smart Kitty is not rainbow. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Smart Kitties is my
It's not a
smarter
thing.
clone. More cat-like. There's a horrible, horrible scientific accident where I became full cat. But seriously, man, if Smart Cat's annoying, we'll invite another cat, you know?
I
Just let
know.
us
Like
know.
you like, go make your. I don't know. Well, you want to be a cat? Be a cat. I don't know. What are you doing?
All
right, guys, look.
We're memeing. We're experimenting. You guys are
It's
totally for
true.
experimentation, right?
I mean,
Einstein.
kind of
kitty.
signed up for it.
But yeah, so let's see. Ooh, let's actually play a little game before we get into more amusement parks.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the next game I want to play. So, this game we're playing is would you sleep overnight there? So the first one, there we go. We got this place. Let me read a quick blurb on that. Okay.
I've
So
seen this.
this is an abandoned military hospital in Germany. So this actually was a place where even Adolf Hitler was. He recuperated from a leg wound before. So it's been around for a very long time. Apparently it was built in the 1800s. And yeah, they pretty much abandoned it, I think, in the 90s. So I'm curious, everyone, would you stay here? Would you stay here for a night in this room? Swampy and all.
No. Why are they always built in the 1800s and then like closed down in the 90s? It's always a thing. What? It's a pattern. It really is. But also no, thank you.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Like the hospitals, like I'm all for abandoned buildings, but hospitals just have this extra creepy factor.
I already don't like them, and so when they're abandoned, it doesn't make it much better.
Right? Like, and like they leave the medical equipment there, and it just adds this like terrifying extra thing, like a ghost sister is going to come out and do some weird experiment.
Right? No, thank you.
Oh, McGinn wants to
Just mention,
go.
where do I
Yes.
sign up? Yeah, no.
We got
Go
a brave
for
one.
You gotta document it, and I want to see it, but go for it.
Okay. Next one, drum roll. Very out of sync drum roll. Okay. Now this one is the I Am Cooling Tower in Belgium. So they used to dump a whole bunch of water out the middle and it would cool down the hot water. It would like handle like 480,000 gallons of water per minute. And now if you were sleeping here overnight, you'd be right on that edge, right where the cement starts. Would you sleep here?
No.
I'm a no too. Anything where I roll into something bad at nighttime, I wouldn't sleep.
I can't sleep already. There's no way. This wouldn't help. I never sleep. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm a
Sam said
severe
for Salem
insomniac.
she would.
no, thank you. Have fun with that. Also, document it. Like I said, if y'all want to go do this, go for it. I want you to document it.
Yes, please.
I'm all
do.
for that.
Hey, Army.
I shouldn't be saying that. I shouldn't be encouraging
Hey,
this
Raisin.
behavior. Hi. Hi, everybody.
We have some new faces in the chat. Welcome. McGinn's saying him and his father spent 2 nights at the General Stanton Inn located in Rhode Island. Is that like a haunted one?
It sounds haunted just from the name.
Right?
Listen to it. Just you know it.
There
You
was
know it
one
is.
when we first did the road trip up to Canada to move. We drove by like a little motel in the middle of nowhere, and I thought it looked weird because it had like a clown in the logo.
Ah,
And I realized
Oh, no.
after I Googled it, and it's actually a haunted motel, and you know I would have stayed there. You know I would
oh
have
my
if I knew before I
gosh.
drove
Oh
by.
my gosh.
Yeah, just
We
was
have
middle
to
of
road
nowhere.
And we have to stay at nothing but haunted locations. Like,
Yes.
it just has to happen.
We'll talk to the husbands. We'll get there.
I'm telling you. I'm not even talking. I'm just like, I'm going. Look, that's it. There's no discussion.
Okay, next one. We'll pretend I did a drum roll. Okay, this one's cool actually. This one was in Namibia.
Namibia.
Namibia?
And so it's pretty much an area that saw a big boom in the early 1900s because they found diamonds, and then it tapered off around the wartime.
It looks so pretty, and I love it. I don't know if I could sleep there, though.
I would.
But I love it.
I could make my own bed
I
out
love
of
it.
sand. Oh, actually, now that I think
Right?
about that, a sand bed, I don't know. If I have a sheet, sure.
It's itchy. Yeah, there you go. You gotta have something to contain it. Just
I'm not even a big fan of the beach, so it's like I can only imagine you come back from here and yeah.
yeah.
But I could probably make it work. If I was paid
Same.
money.
Yes, exactly. Anything for the right price. Not
Yes.
anything. That's a lie. I take that back. Swiftly, thank you.
Well, Death Mask, if I slept there, you would get hair on your cat, right? I'll have to shake it all off. I like Sam's comment. Got sand in my sweaters from nights we don't remember.
It's nice.
Okay. And now we actually talked about this one. This was the Nara Dreamland. Would you stay there? And actually, where would be
want
the
to.
creepiest place to stay there?
I don't know where the creepiest place. I mean, the most comfortable place would probably be like the arcade. I would just pull up in that.
That'd be awesome.
But I want to stay there so bad. See,
Yeah,
I
when you're
love
done.
places like this because buildings like with like more than one story are like really unpredictable. So I would be more comfortable, I feel, staying in something that's more outdoors or just with like one floor buildings and stuff. That makes any sense.
Yeah. No, it's the buildings feel safer.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's just in our subconscious. It's like anything with a roof makes you feel a little more comfortable. But then again, if this is
Yeah.
old and like about to fall apart, You might
Yeah,
not
who
want a
knows?
roof. I have some pictures of like the Mount Laguna uh, army base later, and I'll show you kind of what I mean. Anyways, I have.
I've seen some stuff.
But yeah, so I have more of this game later, but we played half of the game for now. But in the meantime, let's move on to the next topic, which is the Athens Lunatic Asylum.
Ooh.
Was this one that you knew about already too? Like you've been or?
No, I'd heard rumors. Like I've also heard rumors. Another thing I wanted to cover, and maybe later on, was the Eastern State Penitentiary. I've heard there's so many things in my state that it's a little ridiculous at this point. So, I didn't know much about this one though, and it's a little messed up. It's called. We're gonna go with Athens Asylum, guys, but it's been under like I don't know how many name changes, and I can't even list them all. There's so many, you can Google it if you want. There's at least
Needed
like
some
10 name
rebranding.
changes. Yeah, you gotta be more politically correct, PC. You can't be saying lunatic asylum, you know. But we're gonna go with the Athens Asylum, I guess, for simplicity and maybe to be polite. I don't know. This is in Athens, Ohio. So I need smart kitty for this.
You need some smart kitty? Okay,
I don't know
smart
if we
kitty.
should.
Cover your ears if you hate her, guys. Hi, guys. Okay, the Lunatic Asylum. Built all the way back in 1868 and opened in 1874, which followed Kirkbride plan, as many of other asylums of the time. A design that was advocated for by Thomas Kirkbride, a noted psychiatrist at the time. It was all designed with a specific purpose. Though Athens housed nearly double the recommended capacity when it opened. Over time, more buildings were added, including the Dairy Barn, which is now an art center, the Tubercular Ward or Cottage B, Beacon School, Athens Receiving Hospital, Athens Center of Hospital. Also, like Cottage B, 6 other cottages were built. They had a lot of cottages. It was like a nice little like vacation spot, right? Nice little break from the real world. They acted as dormitories of sorts and were an attempt to alleviate some overcrowding issues, which we all know they had back then.
All right, good job, smart kitty.
Bye.
I see a lot of comments. We've got a lot of comments about what is this? But I'm starting to think that smart kitty isn't smart and it's just a cat with glasses. That's offensive. How dare you?
You can't prove anything.
You can't. Look at it. It's so cute. Come on. Come on. All right. So, at the time, Athens, not Athens. I'm sorry. See, even I'm messing up. This is why we need a smart kitty, guys. Look, come on. All right. Athens Asylum was at the forefront of mental health, believe it or not, with electroshock therapy and lobotomy and other things like that. These practices at the time were considered like the most modern medical practices that you could possibly be doing. And like all asylums, they all have their horror stories, abuse stories, and when the asylum first opened, they actually had the patients helping with manual labor,
What?
like building. Yeah, okay. So the Kirkbride way of doing things. So if you guys want to know more of this, look it up. I want to do a video on it sometime. The Kirkbride asylum model, really. His way of doing things was that labor, any kind of labor, including hard labor, would help them rehabilitate. But that's kind of hard to do, you know what I mean? When certain things are going on. I don't know. Should we bring Smart Kitty in?
Are you scared?
I'm a little scared.
Does her intelligence intimidate you?
Yes.
She's so smart. Hi, guys. Hey, okay, so unfortunately, when they began the practices that pushed them to the forefront of the mental health industry, things did not go as planned. It's hard to get people that have been drugged, shocked, and, have a lobotomy to work very well together.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
You're
Smart
welcome.
kitty. Oh. Everybody say thank you. All right. Okay, I love and hate this at the same time, and I don't know how to feel. I really, really don't. Okay. Now, anything at the time back then was seen as some sort of insanity, and I don't want to get into all that. That should be its own video. But the very first patient of the hospital was a little girl that was like 13 that suffered from epilepsy. So if that tells you anything, okay, pretty much anything was seen as some kind of insanity back then.
Yeah, just being a little manic got you some very special
PMS,
therapy.
like anything. You're hysteric. I'm sorry. All right. So let's just say that people caught on to this whole deal, and the place was pretty much done by 1993. Everybody was like, "Nah, we're done here." They moved people to other place, because people were starting to realize the horror of asylums.
Yeah. Whenabouts was that?
Sorry?
Whenabouts was that they started realizing?
It would be they closed in 1993. I think it was a little bit before that people started seeing into stuff, but they closed it for good in 1983.
I'm actually shocked it lasted that long.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand, but okay.
Hey guys, I got more information for you. There was actually another structure built, and it could be seen from the Salem, that was called the Southeast Psychiatric Hospital. It's now called the Appleton Behavioral Health Care. Very, very PC. Smart staff and patients transferred there. And that's all
Thank
I got. Yeah.
I'm dying. All right. I am dying. Oh, Lord. Okay. Okay. For the most part, though, Athens sat empty and practically begging for people to explore it. And usually places like this, insane asylums, things like that, they would sit on the outskirts of town and just decay. Pretty much. People didn't really, they would, leave there and not talk about it, basically. But because there was so many things going on, and it was deeded to Ohio University, they had to take care of the problem. Especially because there was 1,000 acres of land and 78 buildings on
can't
this
regulate
property.
that.
There's no way, yeah. That's 78 on one property. Holy crap.
If anyone's
they
interested
did
in
watch
starting
over
your
the
own
grounds.
cult, that's the perfect spot to do it, guys.
Exactly. They've taken it over, though. That's the thing, is Ohio University actually did keep up on the stuff. They watch over the grounds, and they have actually restored and revamped several buildings for a purpose for Ohio University. And the area actually was renamed. They had like a whole contest to rename the area to the Ridges as a way to start over, I guess.
Nice.
Okay, guys,
Right?
I got more information. I've been reading. Because cats read, right? Okay.
Definitely.
So explorers came, mostly college students, and in fact some buildings had to be torn down, like one of the cottages, because the walls were actually filled with asbestos, and therefore they couldn't be repurposed without great expense and health risk. So now you can't explore any of these creepy old buildings anymore, but the college does give tours around Halloween, and that's pretty much their biggest draw. Oh, hello. the follow live streams.
Yay!
Now, Margaret Schilling went missing from the Salem on December 2nd, 1978. She remained missing until January 12th, 1979, and the discovery was horrific. Margaret wandered off and managed to lock herself in an abandoned wing of the Salem and apparently couldn't escape. She was found nude, lying on the concrete floor with her clothes folded neatly beside her and horrifically decomposed. Oh, why didn't you cover this last week, guys? Okay, we'll take the note, Kitty. Thank you, smart kitty. You're smarter than us. We get it.
Now they believe that she died of exposure, by the way, because that wig wasn't heated as it was abandoned. So
Why'd you take her clothes off then?
I guess because of hypothermia. Like, there's another case that I want to cover later on, so I won't go into too much detail.
Oh,
But-
it makes you crazy, right?
And then you just kind of strip off all your clothes because you feel warm even though you're not warm.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, that's sad.
Now, the worst part about this all, and I bet you're all wondering, like, why this even matters, but the reason they give tours, the reason people care anymore, is because she left behind a gruesome reminder of her death.
Oh,
Her body... Oh.
oh, hold on. I got a picture for this. I did not know what this was originally.
Oh, wait till you hear. Sorry.
Oh my goodness. There it is.
Her body... her body left a stain that no matter how much anyone scrubs, it still remains. Even today, the stain is there on the concrete floor and still draws attention.
What? That's
So of course
terrifying.
people... Yeah, there's more pictures than that. There's like a bunch of different angles of the same stain, but like, come on, I just can't. I'm sorry. Guys, if you want us to eat more pictures of whatever this is, go for it. But, no, that's okay. I think I won't.
Oh my goodness.
It's awful. Her body decayed so badly, like, it was like, close to being like liquidish.
Ew.
And yeah.
Brainlock hit it right. It's spiritual spiritual skid marks. I think that goes for the word cue.
It really it really is spiritual skid marks. Oh my god. Oh, it's awful.
I don't know if I've talked to you about this. I'm amazed it hasn't come up yet, but if it hasn't. But pretty much my impression on ghosts is that maybe it's an imprint of themselves in a period, in a location,
Look,
in time.
I haven't
and
talked
this
to
might be
you
one of
about this
those.
either, but I feel it as well. That's why I'm so skeptical of like a lot of other people's experiences, because from what I experienced, I'm not gonna go into it because, like I said, we're gonna talk about that in another video sometime. But from what I experienced, they don't tend to be as interactive with their environment or the people.
Yeah, they're like
as-
lost.
Yeah, and there's ghost hunters that seem to act like, oh well. Yeah, they're so interactive with their environment. They do this and they do that. That's not the
Yeah.
case, really. I don't think.
Yeah, I believe in like an echo caught between dimensions, and so like
Somebody
that's the
talked
closest
about-
I believe in that.
There's a theory about how limestone records memories of the environment, and I don't know. I heard about it like once or twice. So don't quote me on it, everybody. But
Quoted
there's like a
then.
thing. There's
Clip
like a thing
that.
about limestone. There you go, clip it, guys.
Clip it. It's
For
an
future
official
reference.
quote.
I don't know if that's true or not, though. I really don't, and so it's plausible.
Well, I
It
think
seems more
there's,
plausible.
crystals can
some
gather
shit I've seen.
information even. Like, so that might be our future way of storing information instead of like what we use now for electronics. We just got to
Yeah.
figure out the technology. Well, I think we have actually. We just got to implement it now.
Oh, I hope it's soon.
Okay, McGinn brought up something in the comments. He was talking about the hotel in Colorado, and yes, I do.
what's it called? The Colorado. Wait, no. Oh, I'm thinking of a different
There's
thing.
so many things.
Are you talking about the one in
There are so many
Coronado or
things.
Colorado? Well, they filmed Dumb and Dumber, and Jim Carrey actually refused to go back to the hotel and he refuses to talk about his experiences there. Oh, that's a cool
Gee, I wonder
story.
I feel that.
That
Even
guy
though
100% believes in ghosts.
He's crazy though. So I mean, I don't take his word for anything. I'm just saying. Let's just put that out there.
He's interesting. I have other stories about him. I think he's interesting.
Interesting. I love it. I love it. That was great. That was great.
I love how that guy in Car Rides with Comedians when he came to the house, I think it was Jerry Seinfeld, right? And what Jim Carrey did was he hopped the gate, like this really tall gate. He's like, it's his house. He can open the door. But he's like, no,
Yeah,
I'm going to
no.
climb this and hop over.
Of
And I'm like,
course.
bravo for those efforts.
He's interesting, yes.
Yes.
Eccentric. He's
Very
eccentric.
eccentric, 100%. Yeah. But yeah, so let's see. Do we have anything else on this one?
No, that's it. I would like to go visit that tour though and see the weird body stain because I'm that type of person. So
Yes. And that's nearby.
how
Okay.
y'all feel?
Okay, Summer. Let's convince the husbands. Girls road trip or
Yes. Yes, to every creepy place we could think of.
I want to do this. We could hit up like all the East Coast area. Cuz like McGinn might like this too. It's like last week we were talking about a bunch of places in New York State. There's like what was it?
Yeah, New York has a
Rochester.
lot. Rochester especially has a lot of weird things going on.
Yes. Okay.
I had no idea until like the time I researched that they had so much weird stuff going on.
Okay, let's play a little bit more of our favorite game. Would you
Woohoo.
sleep there?
No.
Okay, this one looks so pretty, but would you?
Oh,
go
I've
here?
seen this. Oh my gosh. Sorry.
You
I'm
have?
sorry. I was gonna do. It's not an interesting story, guys. I'll tell you that. I was gonna do this because it looks so damn pretty, but
Yeah.
there's nothing interesting behind it. It's just
It's pretty
an
creepy.
eccentric guy. I
Well,
love it though.
It's the Salto Hotel in Colombia. It used to serve tourists. It has like 157-meter tall waterfall nearby, and it closed down in the
Yes, and
early
it's
90s.
still- And they're turning it into a nature museum.
Awesome.
Like, but the guy who originally made it, he made it to be his house.
Oh,
It was
that's
just an
beautiful.
eccentric, like yeah, it was this eccentric like millionaire dude who was like gonna make my house here because duh, look, there's a waterfall. Like, fuck yeah, come on. And then he was like, guess what? Gonna make that shit into a hotel. Woo! And then, and now it's this. So it's pretty though, ain't it? I wouldn't go in it, but it's pretty.
I'd definitely go on it, but I'd have to.
It
I'd be
looks
worried
like
it would
it's
fall
gonna-
off the mountain.
That's what it's. It looks like it's gonna fall.
It does.
No, thank you. I'd observe it from the outside and take pictures.
Okay, and then this one is the Abandoned City Subway in New York. Beautiful.
Oh, I love this.
Would you guys
Yes.
stay there? Answer in the
Yes.
comments.
Yes, yes. Definitely yes. Look at that. Come on.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I mean,
It's-
there might. Go ahead.
Oh no, you keep talking.
I was just gonna. There might be a few crazy people to deal with. Who knows? But definitely, I would do it.
Well, they do
I just-
tours here, so it's probably somewhat
Oh,
secure.
They do tour. Oh
They
my
do.
gosh, that's awesome.
I don't know how much
That's
it costs,
awesome.
but if it's reasonable when we do our big road trip, maybe we can do this one.
New York. Woo.
Now, the reason it got closed was that they deemed it unsafe because it's very curvy around this area. So when the trains got longer and newer, they decided they couldn't actually safely go through this station. So they closed it down in
Oh, wow.
in 1945.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me sad.
Yeah, but they did build a replica of the station a few times for films like Fantastic Beasts and the Ninja Turtles.
Mm. Both? Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, they
That's awesome.
they actually think it's the model for their actual lair even.
Oh, I love it. It's pretty, for sure.
Oh,
And I would never say that about any subway, but yeah, okay.
that's hilarious. Sci-fi's in the comments already clarifying this looks like the Ninja Turtle location. Did you
Yeah,
already
I was
know
gonna
that?
say,
Yeah. Oh.
It's from memory. I remember it.
Yeah, it definitely. When I first saw this picture, I was like, "This looks so
It
familiar
definitely-
to me."
yeah, right? It looks, yeah,
Yeah, probably
I
used a
love it.
bunch.
it's pretty.
I would definitely sleep there. That'd be awesome. Now this one is the Haunting New Bedford Orpheum. Yeah, so pretty much
Yes.
it's in Massachusetts. It was closed in 1959, and yeah, it pretty much served as a place to store tobacco and as a supermarket apparently. And now it's
The
trying
answer
to yeah, right. Now they're trying to raise money
is
to make
yes.
it nice again.
I want it. I want it so bad.
See,
Oh my gosh.
so now this one's tricky for me on if I would sleep here or not because as gorgeous as it is and as much of a fan of the Phantom of the Opera I am, like there are so many nooks and crannies there and like there's
Oh,
so
yeah.
many doors and I get freaked out by too many doors. So
I don't blame you. Honestly. I never thought about that, but yeah, no. I get it.
I'd be so scared. I would be scared so much. Like, and I would do like little like amateur theater and stuff, right? Like it's school and camp. And even then, like if you're the last one out of the school gym or
It's
any
creepy.
theater camp, it's like you're running. It's so dark in there, and
I feel that. I feel that so on so many levels. Oh my god. I still run down my hallway, PS guys. I still sometimes I'll put my back against the wall. I'm 30, and I'll put my back against the wall and walk sideways because I am a freaking pansy. There you go.
Well, actually, Sci-Fi, I would love the Winchester place. I want to go. There's a lot of doors, but they lead to like walls, so I should be fine.
Oh, you mean that one weird? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the one
I
they
wanna
kept
talk-
building and building, and it goes to
I want
nowhere.
to talk about it. So that's so cool. I want to stay there. Not even gonna lie. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's a pretty crazy place. I want
I
to check
love
it
it.
out.
I really do.
I wanted to go. We actually, when we did road trips, we were going to stop and check it out. But Sci-Fi said the tour is so boring, it's not even worth it. So if I go,
Well,
I
Braylock
gotta
just
do the
said he wasn't
nighttime.
impressed, so I feel it. I guess.
Yeah, Winchester House not so great.
Oh, that makes you
So-
sad.
I think if you do it at nighttime, because I think they have tours
Yes.
there at night.
You have to. You can't just have a spooky place and not have night tours. Come the hell on.
Yeah. Actually,
That's like the entire thing.
actually reminds me of the Whaley House since it's also in California, and I'm sure Braylock's been there, and Sci-Fi, and me. But they have their own little like scary house that's supposedly haunted in San Diego, and the tour was kind of underwhelming. It's a nice, just like old house, but they do night tours, and I want to do that at some point. But
Oh yeah, night tours, everything. It's the only way. Like literally, I feel like it really helps to spook.
Oh, Braylock
You know,
did the
if you want to
nighttime.
be spooked, you gotta go at night.
Was it at least kind of creepy? Nothing happened for him. He stayed overnight. It's expensive too,
Well,
I
brain lock. Dang it. I'm gonna just disavow your crap until I go myself.
think.
I want to be spooked so desperately, please.
Maybe the ghost just didn't
Okay.
like him. Maybe they'd show
Yeah,
for
there
us.
you go.
Two cute cat girls.
Yeah, we're small. No, I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm not even gonna go down that line.
Oh, Slizzy, perfect timing. We're playing a game called Would You Sleep Here Overnight? So, Slizzy, would you sleep here overnight? Creepy little opera
Definitely
house
yes,
that apparently
right?
also stored tobacco.
Come on, you know you want to. I know nobody else does but me, but okay. Wait, does Brainlock want to? He says yes. I don't know.
Death Mask, I would definitely sleep with you here. And so would Zi-Fi.
Oh man, it looks so beautiful. Look at it. Look
So
at it.
pretty.
I'm sorry.
The art on the top stayed really nice, which is interesting.
I love it.
But
I wish
okay.
people wouldn't have. I wish people would like take care of it.
Okay.
Hate to say it.
Well, they're trying to restore it, so let's hope that goes and we go and they don't demolish it like the rest of these buildings.
Yes.
Anyways, so we have one more of this game. And this one is especially for you, Slizzy. I call you out. I put all attention on you. Would you stay here? Would you stay here, Slizzy?
Oh no. Oh no. Who did the spookiest picture they could? Who decided to get the spookiest angle and like be like, I'm sorry. What is this?
This is actually The Haunting of Hill House.
See, there you go. Exact. Oh my god, I love that show. By the way, that show is fucking beautiful. I'm
is.
sorry. It just fueled my. I'm sorry. It just fueled my desire to stay in abandoned buildings. Thanks. I love it so much.
Yeah.
I've recommended that show to everybody I've ever talked to about spooky shit. Look. And read the book. Everybody here, I will suggest read the book. Because it's great.
Yes, I want to read the book. I love scary
You
books.
should. It's better than... Okay, look. I feel like every book is better than the show. That's personal opinion. But this one really had, like, different... There's a lot of differences from the show. And I feel like they helped, really.
Yeah.
I don't know why they... so read the book, everybody.
Well, the way I look at it is when they make a
They're
movie
both
adaptation.
creepy on their own.
Yes, I bet. Well, when they make movie adaptations, I kind of view it as like the introduction. And then if you go into the books, you have like the director's cut. You just get all this extra bonus material. If you like the movie, the shows, you get to read the book and really go deep into that universe. And I love having that available to me if I like something.
It's amazing. It really, really is.
But yeah, I would definitely not stay here.
I wouldn't either. Having read and watched, no thank you. Hard pass.
And yes, Lizzie, you're reliving this because the house wants you.
Yes. and you'll relive it again and again and again until you give the house what it wants.
It won't let you go.
It wants you.
Go find that red door, man.
Find it. God, I love this. I love having people who are interested in the same things I am. Everybody.
I know. That's
It's
pretty
awesome.
much why we're here. In fact, this is the perfect
Yeah.
time for our thank you. Yay! Thank you for being
You guys are awesome.
creepy.
I love it.
We might seem fun and nice on here, but we're really big weirdos who didn't have friends growing up.
Who said we were fun and nice? Not me. I am not nice. I am not nice at all. That's really sweet though, thank you, but I'm not.
So we're going.
I mean, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So we're going to move into the next part, which we're going to talk about a place I explored. And I'm going to go into some of the tips of exploring a place as well. So I went to this place. Let's see. It is called it's in Mount Laguna. It's called the Mount Laguna Air Force Station.
It sounds fantastic.
It is. It's about a few hours east of San Diego. Funny thing,
course,
if
yes.
you do go visit this by chance, bring a passport because apparently they randomly have a check on the way back even though you're in America. So as a Canadian in America, it created a mini issue. You know, when I return back, they're just like, "Where's your passport?" I'm like, "I didn't realize I left the country."
Oh, wow.
Because I didn't
That's
leave the
crazy.
country. So, yeah, but like a lot of these, some of these are like actual photos other people took, but the majority of these photos are actually me. And you can tell I have my friend in the mask back there. Yeah, very smart, very
Yes,
smart
very
prop
smart.
to bring.
Very smart.
Very creepy. So it pretty much was a general surveillance radar station, and it's been abandoned since '81. And the U.S. Forest Service officials have been wanting to demolish this building for like ages, but there was no money available. But yeah, around like 2009, funds did become available through the site restoration for site restoration and the barracks, and the majority of the base has since been torn down. And it was due to a program that they implemented through the government. So thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
Thanks,
for ruining our fun.
Obama. Kaboom, it's gone. But I got to explore this quite a few times. Yeah, I think I went there like 3 to 4 times. I actually got caught by the police one time, and they gave me a
Oh my God.
citation. But rest assured, trespassing is only a $75 citation. So, you know, Disneyland, right? Compared to
Wow.
the price of that ticket, it's not so bad. I got a good day's worth of exploring out of it.
I would do it. I would do it. In a heartbeat. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a great place. Yeah. So I'm sure you can see in some of these pictures too is so yeah, there's the no trespassing sign. You'll see some of the places are really gross and dirty. It gets really dark. There are areas where you really couldn't see anything, and like we would even just use our cameras to kind of light our way if we weren't using the flashlights.
Oh,
And graffiti everywhere.
of course.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. All the time.
Yeah, that's me behind the door. I'm wearing a face mask.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is one of the dark hallways, and that wall all black is like burnt. I think that place went up in fire at some point, and so it's all gross. Oh, and this is what I'm talking about with the floors. You might not want to sleep in a building because everything's falling through the floorboards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my biggest fear, really, and why I won't explore these places is because no thanks. I'd rather not die.
Yeah. But yeah, I did find a really cool discovery back then. In case you guys needed a sweater, I did find Jason's shack out there. So.
There you go.
Yeah. It's totally, doesn't it look like it? I'm like, wow.
I love it. Lizzie's shack.
Here, actually, I want to keep that up because I like that picture. It's Lizzie's shack. Yeah, but that place was pretty awesome. I love going through it. What else do I have on here? Actually, so I have some tips as well. So we don't encourage you to go explore places.
Definitely not.
We definitely don't. But I do want to share some of the things I learned from exploring places. And that's the stuff that you would bring. So you definitely bring a backpack. You gotta bring some snacks and water because you're probably going to be there a long time exploring. Bring a camera to document. If you're a dork like me, you're going to take 1,000 pictures hoping to catch just one with a ghost on it.
Same.
And you won't.
Same.
So
Same.
I tried though. I really did.
I feel it.
Thank you for the follow, Autumn doll.
Oh, yay!
We appreciate you. But yeah, so you bring that. As you see in the pictures, you bring a mask, you bring some goggles, you ideally bring some gloves because, you know, you got to keep yourself safe. These places are not, they're not safe. You know, there's no regulation. There's no health codes being implemented here. You
Exactly.
know?
Like, look at that. Come on now. Come on, man.
There's not.
You have something.
And then you gotta bring clothes you don't care about. because
Yes.
you're going to end up covered. Like, here we go. Here's me there. So see, I'm covered. I'm covered in dirt. All I did was rub up against the wall. That's me with the black lung, by the way, doing a Zoolander impersonation. Think I got the black lung, Pop.
I love that picture though. Why is that such a great picture?
You know, it's funny because my friend, I'm actually still friends
love
with her. This was like 10 years ago when I first started hanging with her. And obviously we explored abandoned places together, solidified friendships, right? But she was just like, stay there. I'm taking a picture. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? I'm covered in dirt.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's an amazing picture.
I have an even
Look at
more
that.
vanity shot of it, but I'm like, dude, this is just pure vanity. I'm not adding that. But you can see my purse is covered in dirt. I'm covered in dirt. I should have worn a jacket or something, you know? So that's from that black wall room. So yeah.
Of course.
It's
God,
gross.
that's awful. Ew.
So gross there. But yeah, so mask, goggles, mask, goggles, gloves, clothes, and bring an extra set that you could change into when you leave, because if you go get dinner afterwards,
Yeah.
you know, you're going to be sitting there in a hometown buffet covered in dirt like I was.
Me. I'd forget like so hard. I would.
Now, speaking of like protecting yourself, it's always smart to bring a little med kit thing. Like you bring some Band-Aids, you bring some alcohol, anything in case you get too close to a sharp edge, because these places are really, I can't stress this enough. It's so dangerous in these places. You know, there's so much that can hurt you here. Oh, Autumn's doll. I love this comment. You know what the best kind of doll is? One that's got clown makeup and stitches, and you always wake up with him in your bed no matter where you put it last. Oh, God.
Oh, thanks.
Does he look like this
Hard
guy in the dark up here? Oh, Autumn, that's such a nice compliment. She said she found the type of channel she was looking for.
Oh,
That's so
oh, wow,
sweet.
yay.
You're definitely the community we want to find, because we're weird little creepy people, and
Yes.
for some reason people think people like us are weird. So
We're awesome though.
united.
so
Weirdos unite.
There you go.
Now let's see, what else should you bring? Yeah, you should bring a flashlight, and then, because like areas, like I said, they get pitch dark sometimes. And
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you should bring like,
Even in daylight.
right, yeah, so it'll be bright outside, like that area that's all black that has the best asbestos warning, it's like pitch black in there, and you especially don't want to be touching too much in there if you can avoid it.
Exactly.
Now, you should also bring a pocket knife or a multi-tool, something in case you get, in case you need to MacGyver yourself pretty much to safety. Or
Yes.
honestly, if you need to defend yourself, because you're probably not the only person roaming these parts, and
It happens a lot that you bump into each other.
Yeah, like there was an abandoned factory right near where my high school was, and I remember hanging out there at lunch with my boyfriend at the time, and like some guy just came in with a bat. He's just like, "Hey, what are you kids doing here?" And I have no idea what his intentions were, but we're lucky there's like this little thing we could climb out of. Like the garage was slightly open. We just like mad dashed and didn't look back, and I never went back to that one. But
Yeah, fuck that.
right? But you hear about these other places, like people explore like the little like pipes, like the little cave, like I wouldn't say it's the sewer, but those types of little cave areas. And you hear that there's homeless people living in them, and so you just watch your back. Watch your back and be careful.
Okay, I saw a video one time about the inside of a bridge, like one of those overpasses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, apparently there's like a passage in it. All right, and this dude went inside it, and there was just a bunch of weird shit from people who were staying there, including a wall just covered in porn and a chair facing it. So I mean, maybe not explore things alone, and maybe just like I don't know. Be safe, guys. There's some weird shit out there.
There is.
All right.
Definitely. There's so many crazy things going on. Now,
Besides the obvious danger, just please.
yeah. So the creepy people, and there's tons of videos of that too, where like they end up people explore buildings and then there's someone living there, and they get scared and they leave and they talk about it after. But
Yeah, fuck that.
right. Now, other than creepy people, I mentioned you need a multi-tool or pocket knife in case you need to MacGyver something.
Yes.
Now, there's actually some of you covered this pretty much. The woman who got stuck in one of the cottages. You know, you need to make sure you can get yourself out of these areas, and especially it's best if you have someone who's been there before. Like, there's been places I wanted to explore, and I just chickened out because the danger was real and to a level that I didn't want to put myself in. Like, where was it? Lawrence Welk Caves. Yeah, it's north of San Diego, and there's this whole cave system, and apparently there's like blacklight art and all this crazy stuff down there. But if the water rises, you're screwed.
Oh yeah, you're screwed.
You're screwed.
That's it.
And so
you gotta be able to get out of that.
Yeah, right. So you get that knife, you get that multi-tool. Some travelers or explorers suggest masking tape to make a track, and then you take it off when you get back out.
That's a really smart idea.
Right? So any type of breadcrumbs. And then another tip, if you do this, which I really don't encourage you to do, you get a reliable friend and you let them know where you're going, you let them know when, and also when you plan to be back. And then you let them know. You don't flake on them because they're calling the cops if you don't come back. And then you're going to get that $75 citation that I got.
Jesus.
But yeah, watch out for police. They will cite you if they see you trespassing. It doesn't matter if there's an old man jogging around the area right before you left, but
I'll add that there's like a few more things other people have said to include in their kits. I have not done this, so I don't know. But some people say to use a map or GPS. They prefer the map because GPS will run out of power, and everything takes electricity and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So map's the best way to go. Galoshes or boots instead of like tennis shoes or whatever. I guess, depending on the area. If it's a wet area, take some galoshes, guys. Otherwise, I would use boots for anything. Even just a regular area, I would use boots.
Yes. Don't ruin your sneakers.
Yeah, no, sneakers are horrible for this sort of thing, really is. There's fire starting kits with waterproof matches. Get those. Lighter, just in case.
And if you want to double that up, apparently Zi-Fi told me yesterday that, Fritos double as a snack and a burning material.
Yes, they actually do. I watched weird stuff like King of Random, and they do weird experiments like that. So yeah, guys, it actually works. I'm so weird. I don't know.
Oh, well.
It just like.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Lizzie has a great story. I knew part of the story, that he went to one of these places and pushed the girl he was on a date with in front and ran away, and now they don't talk. I thought that was just a normal scary place, not an abandoned place. So mean. Is she still at the sewers, Lizzie? Did you make sure she got out? Is that why you don't talk anymore?
Shame. Shame.
Shame. It was her idea.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right. Push me in front of a thing. Okay. I see
Not
it
a
now.
match.
I guess just like the last thing I'll say is bring some food and water. Definitely water. Don't use some energy drinks or sports drinks or whatever. That's just stupid, guys. Please don't. Water's the best way to go. Stay hydrated and eat some stuff like granola bars, protein bars, anything like the small and can fit in your little pack easily. It's probably the best way to go for that.
Yeah.
Also a respirator and not just a face mask, because face masks are not like the best way to go with asbestos.
I could have been
Get, like, a
safer.
respirator.
I was 20 and risky, right?
But it costs a lot of money, and like, look, I feel I probably just live with a face mask as well, to be honest. Fuck it.
Seriously though, going here probably shaved like 2 hours off in my life.
I should go there more often now. I'm sorry. I'm a doomer. It's okay.
Brainlock says bring knee pads. I'm going to hope that's
Yeah,
for actual
sure.
climbing function because I know you do climbing there. I'm going to assume that's non-innuendo.
A rope. It was suggested to bring rope, construction helmet. Like, because anything could happen in these places. That's the thing, is anything could happen in these places. Structural collapse could happen anytime. They're not the most safe places to be, really.
Not at all. Very unsafe.
Even though I'm so tempted, once again, to do this. So tempted.
Brainlock,
It's not safe.
Brainlock, did you ever get out to this part before it got demolished? You're in San Diego. You might have made it out here.
Possibly.
It's already down, Slizzy. We've already thanked Obama for that program, but we could thank him again. Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
One less fun place to explore.
Yes.
And Mr. Firefighter, you shouldn't be starting the fires, okay? You little pyro. Oh, hey, Autumn Doll lives just outside of Ohio, and she knows a creepy old place right near you, Summer.
Oh, is
Please
that
tell us.
so? I'm all for it.
MAGA, Trump, we make abandoned places great again. Now with more
Yeah.
asbestos. We've got the best asbestos around, guys.
Just the best. I can't do that in a Trump
That
impression,
was actually
guys. I'm
really
sorry.
good.
Was it? I'm dead.
Maybe you're smart, kitty.
I do impressions. I just don't do them from like all the time.
Oh, okay. We're about Autumn Doll. We're probably a little north of you, me and Summer.
Yes.
We're smart kitties, sci-fi. We are all smart kitties. Stand on a chair and announce it.
Shout it from the rooftops.
Yes. But yeah, I guess the biggest thing to remember is that these places are temporary. They do get demolished, and you don't want to be there when they do. So
Yeah, that's for sure.
if you do like to explore, and you're going to ignore the disclaimer I'm saying right now to not explore because, you know, liability, remove me, all that stuff, you know, do it before it gets torn down, like pretty much every place we mentioned today.
Yeah, I was gonna say I tried to find places that were like still intact. It's not very common, guys. There are houses that seem to still be intact, like individual houses seem to be pretty common, but anything this big, they tear it down because the amount of people
Yeah.
that do urban exploring, really. That's exactly why they torn down the places in Ohio where I was talking about, is because urban explorers.
Yeah, I think that's generally why most of these places get torn down is people get mad that people are exploring. It becomes a huge liability and
I hate that. Okay, look, I love it. I want to do it myself, but I won't suggest it. But I also hate that even though I understand why it would be a big deal, I get it. I hate it.
okay, Raisin, nice checking. Nice having you here, and I hope I'm saying your name right. Because let's say it again. Words are hard, guys. We butcher them all.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Look, there's just some things that are hard to say, okay? Especially when you've been talking a while and you're trying to like pay attention to other things, it becomes a little bit weird.
And then, since we have a lot of people who came in after this game was played, let's do the first round of Would You Sleep Here again?
Woo!
So, guys, how
All
this
for
is
that.
played is we're going to show a place. We're going to tell you just a tiny bit about it because, a picture is worth 1,000 words. And you're going to tell us, would you sleep there for the night? So this is pretty much an abandoned hospital in Germany. Yep, the abandoned military hospital in Germany. Hitler actually recuperated from a leg wound here. And it was there until like 93 it became abandoned. So, would you sleep here? In this
The
room.
aesthetic, though.
Hmm?
The aesthetic, though, is amazing.
Those tiles are lovely. I would love to have them in a bathroom with maybe a non-moldy brown color to complement them.
Maybe, yeah. I love that blue, though. That blue is pretty.
I like Autumn Doll. Am I sleeping alone or with some cutie? And it's just a hospital.
I
You're
feel that,
brave.
though, Doll. I feel that. Just, come on now. Who sleeps alone? I can't do that. Especially out in a place like that. Are you serious? It's not happening.
Yeah, I wouldn't sleep here. No way. Let's see. Then there's this place. It is the I Am Cooling Tower in Belgium. They used to pour like hot water in here and it will cool down like a whole bunch of water every minute. And so that hole goes pretty deep in and then there's a whole level below.
I've slept in the middle of the forest. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. And yeah, forest, fuck no. Actually,
it's beautiful.
I had a friend, she wanted to go camping with me. And she wanted to go to like the most haunted forest to go camping. And I wussed out then. I wussed out. Too much Blair Witch.
I don't blame you on that. Like, I've been to normal, just whatever, average ass woods in the middle of camping and whatever, but no haunted stuff. No, thank you.
I don't know. I guess I just have it in my gut. I feel like visiting these places and sleeping in them are a whole other thing. I feel like it makes you more susceptible to like bad stuff if they exist.
I'm already susceptible, in my opinion, and so that's a whole other story. Though let's not get into that whole goddamn thing. We'll be here all night with that. But I feel like I've already fucked that up. Go ahead.
And yeah, this is a real spot, Slizzy. Yep, all the water would go through there. This place actually would be even scarier with it working and not abandoned, honestly.
Yeah, no thank you.
Yeah, like get me out of here. I'm not even coming close. And then this one was cool. This one was Namibia.
Yes.
And they saw a boom in the early 1900s because there's a bunch of diamonds. And then people abandoned it pretty much around World War II time because, they had other things on their plate at the time. So now it's filled with sand.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Well, Slizzy, on the last one, you would probably die if you jumped in. It's tall enough, right? I think it's the height of like two big houses.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, this one's more kind of cool than scary, in my opinion.
I love it. I love it.
I'd love to explore that one. And then this one was.
I'm torn.
And then this one was Nara Dreamland, which is the closed amusement park in Japan.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. So if you guys want some arcade games, I doubt they're still working, but they left all the arcade there, and it's even filled with stuffies. I don't know why they would do this. I don't know why anyone would do that.
It is. It's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it used to be a very popular amusement park until the official Disney came to Japan. So Thanks, Disney.
I have a feeling we'll be saying that a lot more in the future.
But yeah, I think we got. Actually, Slizzy and Autumn missed a few of these. Here, hold on. Let's do a few more
I'm
into our
sorry,
second
guys.
round. We got this one, and this one was
Beautiful.
yes, that. The Salto Hotel in Colombia,
Colombia.
and I believe you said it was now a museum.
It's supposed to be a nature museum. Yes, this is what they're turning it into now.
Jeez.
Because I looked it up and I was like, it's not spooky enough or nostalgic. But yeah, it's beautiful. That's for sure. Definitely is.
Yeah, so that's pretty much all we got. Yeah, see, Autumn Doll is actually really brave. Nature's ugly to you? Aww.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm
I gotta
upset.
ask.
I'm upset.
Are you the type that isn't into beauty as much as you would like to make mannequins covered in blood and decorate your place that way? Because
I
if so,
feel
that's
that.
awesome too.
I feel that though.
I have a few friends like that. It's great.
I'm into both, man. I was raised in the middle of woods though, so I mean it was bound to happen.
Yeah, no, I love horror art, and every now and again, I'll meet someone who's really into it, and they'll have a garage filled with all this crazy artwork that's all
Yes.
scary, and I'm just like, this is amazing.
Look, listen, I'm planning for the day that my children grow up and they're too old for Halloween, and then I just get to sit at home and decorate, because I'm telling you right now, that's my jam. All right, it's gonna be everything.
Yeah.
I already do my makeup and the kids' makeup for Halloween and some horror. Wow, that was terrible, guys. I apologize.
It's
I'm
okay.
going
We
to-
got a cue for this. Words are hard, guys.
horror, horror makeup,
Horror.
horror. Oh God, I'm dying.
This is so
All right,
boring.
guys. Gory works, right? Gory makeup. I'm done. I can't. Oh fuck. Okay, it's alright. Gory makeup, guys.
She's over it at this point.
I am. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We've been talking for a while. We're
If you're
actually.
winter, what is this? Am I summer? Wait. Are people doing a thing on my name right now, guys? In the chat. Come on. I've heard them all. I hate my name. It's true. It's my name and I hate it. So there you go.
We
Who
need
names
a
their kid
winter.
season?
Oh.
Look, listen. I know somebody on Twitter,
Mhm.
because I talked about hating my name, and they were like, "I named my son Winter," and I was like, "Yay!" But then I was also like, I feel so bad for that kid
Well,
because they're gonna hate everything.
it's funny because I talk about summer, and I have to make careful that our mutual friends don't think I'm talking about you.
I've been tagged in things on accident because of my name, guys.
Well,
All right, it's okay.
I made a cheesy post on Facebook this a year ago that I actually excluded you and Mark from because I said summer is coming in Game of Thrones style, and I thought you guys would get confused.
Oh yeah, no, it's I see it happen all the time.
Autumn, does that happen to you
Oh.
ever? I do think they're pretty names. I think all the seasons are gorgeous.
They are pretty. I just feel bad because I've experienced the dumb stuff that comes with it. And I'm just over it at this point. I'm like, yes, I have a sister named Winter and Autumn and Spring and yes. Okay?
Don't forget the
Fuck it.
months. April
Yeah.
and May and
I had a friend named April, I had a friend named Sky, I had a friend named Autumn. It was a whole thing, okay? And every time I became friends with somebody else, like it was noted. All right. Oh, look,
Aw.
that summer chick is now friends with that sky chick. Haha, guys, let's make
Oh,
jokes.
cheesy and sad.
I hate it.
But yeah, I think we've gone through all our content for today. So I'm going to start our closing ceremonies. First of
Woo.
all, let's say goodbye to Smart Cat for those who missed our new edition, which
I'm dying.
might be here
Goddamn.
next week. We'll see how people think of Smart Cat.
I don't know.
But yeah, hi Smart Cat. Hi guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I got so much facts for you, and I'll come back with even more information next week as long as you let me come back. And yeah, bye. Yeah, that's our Smart Cat who will give all the details away.
So many fucking things in the chat. I'm dead. I'm sorry. Oh no. Okay.
Thank you, Slizzy. Thanks for your support and audit
I'm gonna have to like just mute myself at this point. Fuck.
too. We're going to be dreaming in
Oh,
that
God.
in Smart Cat tonight.
Oh fuck. No.
I don't know if you guys can
No,
tell,
don't
but Smart
ask
Cat's
for an
super
hour of
smart.
Smart Cat. Why are you doing this?
Put on a loop,
Please,
yes.
Stop.
Yes.
Stop. Stop. What is wrong with you? I love it and hate it, and I don't know what to do. You know? Just,
It invokes
I'm so
emotion.
done.
It's a good thing. But I don't know if you can tell. Smart Cat's really smart. You can tell because it has glasses and a book.
yeah.
And it says
It's
smart
clearly
things. And it pronounces things
smart.
better than us. So, you know, less word
Yeah.
commands in the stream. But
I mean, what could go wrong?
Braylock, we don't need a smart ass. We already got you.
There you go. Let's hire Brainlock.
There we go. Now next week, we do 2 shows a week. We do a Media Monday. This week I played Layers of Fear, and I want to continue with Layers of Fear Inheritance next week, the extra bonus game. And
Yes.
then next topic is going to be people who fake their own deaths. Now, we aren't sure
Come
how
on.
many we're going to cover. It might be 3, it might be 6, but we'll cover some pretty good ones, and we'll probably go into a deep dive as always and with too much information.
Always. It's impossible to not, really.
Yeah. Smart Cat for president. Yes.
Smart Cat 2020. Woo!
But yeah, so that's it for next week. Oh, apparently we have a command for Slizzy in here, which I didn't even know.
Oh, really? What is
There we
this?
go. Oh, I think that got made last night while I was gaming. And then I do want to make a little shout out for myself. I do have another account where it's just me, and I'm a little less creepy and a little more bubbly. Sometimes I'll still wear
Yes.
the cat ears. I don't mind doing that. You know, I'll
Cat
wear
ears
cat
are
ears
cat
for
ears.
bits. Just
They're
kidding.
great.
And then I do want to do some awesome shout outs for Slizzy Slay.
What is
Where's
that?
the heart? Where's the heart, man? Slizzy Slizzy Slay. He plays a lot of awesome games. He plays Friday the 13th. He's the one who actually really got me into Twitch. I happened upon him on that game, and I just love playing and watching with him so much. I decided to jump in because the community was just amazing.
Oh. So this is why you kill me all the time. I see. Thanks, Lizzie. I appreciate you mentoring her into a perfect murderer.
I learned from the best. Now, I do want to do another shout out because Slizzy actually did something amazing this week. He did his first 24-hour stream, and he did it for charity. He raised over $1,000 to donate to kids for, I think it was called the Christmas Angel Program through the Salvation Army. And so he sponsored like
Amazing.
22 kids. And it was just
Good
an
job.
amazing stream. I was actually there for all of it. And
I tried so hard. I tried so hard.
It was not easy. It was not easy. It was amazing, though.
Woo!
Amazing.
It really was.
Autumn says, wonder if you were around during the peak days. When were the peak days? But yeah,
And thank you, Susie. Oh.
Susie's amazing. Now, I'm going to toss the social media links, and then in a few seconds, we are going to do a raid. Let's see.
Woo.
We got Discord. We got a Twitter.
We got tons.
Hi, Darko. I think we have a Facebook command. We'll see in a second.
Maybe, possibly.
Probably not. Okay, that'll be added for next
It's alright.
week.
Just search that stuff up. It's Creepy Kitty's Twitch or something like that.
Night
To that
Braylock.
effect.
And I want to give
Good
a big
night.
thank you, because honestly, we started this because we both really
Yes.
love creepy topics.
Yes.
Yes, and all our info is listed on our panels in case you go to the panels. But yeah, we're just people who really love this topic. We geek out. It's a little less of like the creepy voice thing that you see usually. We just
I
want to
hate
go
that.
crazy with it. Oh, I love it, man. I still eat that up.
The creepy voice, the foot lettuce. Are we gonna talk about foot lettuce guy? I feel like we shouldn't. I don't know. But come on. There's a limit where the creepy voice gets a little much.
No,
I feel
let's-
like we green light. Go ahead.
Well, I hope to see you next week, Autumn. I'm really happy you stopped in. Actually, before we raid, would you mind telling me how you found us? Because it's always kind of interesting to learn.
Yeah. I've been posting pretty much everywhere, to be perfectly honest.
Yes, I am going to actually raid McGinn this week.
Direct message from God. I knew it. I knew he was a fan.
Oh, we'll still
I
be
really
in the
don't
chat,
know.
Autumn, so if you want to tell us that story, feel free. If not, no worries. We are going to do that raid. Oh, and just chatting. Saw a stream title and went, ooh, spooky places? Yes. Okay, cool. I never know
That's awesome.
if it's going to pop up. I really appreciate you being here.
I had no idea that. Okay, cool. That's awesome.
Okay.
It works better than YouTube. Got it. All right.
Let's start this raid. There we go.
Woo!
If I know the command off by heart, which I... Nope. Oh, it's a slash.
Almost.
There we go. Thank you guys. We really appreciate you. You too, Autumn.
Bye.